Hello, association first floor unit owners. This is a video to introduce you to the supplemental claims process and this first phase of that process. You have probably received an email from the association detailing what the process is right now, as well as some instructions, as well as your unit report. And I'm just going to review with you those items just so you know how to use them. We'll start really from the top. As we've mentioned before, your association is now entering the supplemental claim process. They have engaged Altieri insurance consultants to assist with this. And this is the part of the process that will help determine additional proceeds that will be available for you for reconstruction. As we have mentioned before, the preliminary adjuster reports that have now been provided to your association, they are very well done. However, we are assuming, and we know from talking with Altieri, that there are probably some errors on those reports. Things weren't documented correctly by the adjuster. We also know that from a pricing perspective, things have changed significantly. These insurance adjusters were here in October and early November, and their reports reflect market pricing pre-hurricane. And we know everything's more expensive. So this process, when it's done, will verify that what was listed for your unit is correct. That's going to be phase one. And then phase two is going to be confirming the pricing you're paying or the estimates you've received to reconstruct those areas. So again, this is phase one. Please remember that. There's three things that are attached to this email. We're going to go through all three of them. The first one is an instruction sheet. We really encourage everybody to listen to this video and read through everything 2 times. It is very important that these forms are filled out correctly so we don't slow the process down. And we'd love to be able to get this right the first time for this first phase. So you've got an instruction sheet on basically what to look for as you're reviewing your report. You also have attached here is a report specific to your unit for what we're looking at priority items right now. Again, this is going to be taken in phases. So what you're seeing here is not every single thing that was listed for your unit. It's really some of the areas that we expect to have the most errors on. And so we want you to check those first so we can update everything with that before we move to phase two. So you're going to see a consolidated report that I'm going to review with you. And then last but not least, there is a PDF document where if you see something that's not correct, you're going to be able to type into that. And that's what you're going to end up sending back to Altieri. And those instructions are on there as well as to how to send that back and how to save it. So we're going to get started here. I'm going to first pull up the instruction document. So bear with me here as I share this screen. All right, you should be seeing that now. So here's the instruction document. And I'm going to look to my left as I review this. Please, again, read this over 2 times. The notes document, which is the PDF document that you're going to fill in. You're going to want to make sure that you get your name, address, unit, phone number in there correctly, okay? You're also going to want to look line by line. This report that you're going to view is separated room by room. And this is taking you through exactly what you need to be looking for, okay? One of the points here in number 3 is, and this is certainly significant, is understanding there's different levels of quality that these adjusters noted. So you're not just looking to make sure that they got the flooring correct in a particular room. You want to make sure that they've listed it. Maybe it's high-end flooring, so you're going to want to note that. So pay attention to these words here, the standard, if it's blank, average, high, premium, and deluxe. in terms of carpet and flooring, okay? Also, note that if you see something that's listed R&R, that means remove and replace, which means there's proceeds there to replace that item. It's not anticipating that that item's going to be reused. You know, a big thing is going to be countertops, shower stalls, toilets, that sort of thing. So if you see R&R, then you know that on your report, the adjuster has already said, we expect that countertop to break, and there's already going to be coverage there to replace that countertop. Now, if you see DNR, that's a big difference. That's detach and reset. So if you see something listed, let's say you see a countertop on your report that says DNR, but you know that your countertop was broken, that is something you need to note on this note form, that your countertop was not salvageable, okay? If you don't see something listed on there like countertops, don't worry. It doesn't mean that it's not on there. It probably means that it was already listed as remove and replace, and that's fine. That means there's going to be proceeds to replace that. So you're probably only going to see things on this first report, this summarized report we're sharing right now with you, under the DNR category, and we need you to confirm if those items are salvageable and you plan to reuse those, okay? Also, paying attention to the plumbing fixtures at the insurance company list. For instance, a common mistake is that insurance companies will give you a bathroom shower combination, but you actually had a walk-in with shower. Please make a note on the notes document. Again, please know, not everything is going to apply to everybody. So if you don't see something listed under a bathroom, there's nothing to be concerned about at this time. We've went through, Altieri has went through, and they've looked at areas they think are questions to them to try to correct them. There's a whole nother phase that we're going to go through where it's going to be a time where you're going to get a much more lengthy report with everything in there, and it's going to show cost value that you can then provide what the actual replacement costs are. So again, no need to be concerned if you don't see something listed. Just review what you have on your report and answer those questions. So last thing is going to be double check the flooring listed. Assurance may have listed regrout tile floor, but you actually had wood flooring. Please make sure and note on any such discrepancy in the document. Also, if it notes regrout tile floor, but for whatever reason your flat tile floor had to be removed, you need to note on there, my tile floor was removed. Again, those adjusters may not have known that at the time, so that's very important. So these are just general areas. If you see other things, you can definitely put that in the notes. But again, just focus on what's in your report. Once this is completed, you're going to save this notes document, okay, with just like this: Waterford, building address, unit number, okay? And you don't need a number sign in the number. So it's going to basically be saved just like your summer report is saved. If you see how that is noted, it's the building number, it's the unit number just without the number sign, okay? And there's an example of how to do it down below. You're going to email that form with the subject line, Waterford, building number, unit number. Put that in your subject and email it to this email address right here, okay, when you're done with that, okay? So I'm going to get in now. I'm going to show you what this report looks like. So bear with me here. Okay, this is a sample report for 16400, okay? Building 101. See how that saves? 16400-101, okay? And as you can see, again, this is a consolidated report. These reports are about 30 pages long when they're a full version, because they include everything, including remediation, and includes things like painting walls, things that we know everybody's going to have to do. We left those out. But here's the report. As you can see, it's broken down into sections up at the top, at least for this version. And understand that if you're not in Waterford, if you're in Wedgwood, you may have a different order. But for Waterford, the air conditioning system is listed first. Then the laundry room. So it says regrout tile floor. So again, that's assuming you had tile floor. If you had tile floor, nothing to note there. Okay. If the tile floor had to be removed, you're going to note on the note sheet, which I'm going to show you in a second, that you need to have that removed. Walk-in closet, carpet. Again, if there's no listing here, it's typically going to be a standard grade. So if you had a high grade carpet in that walk-in closet, you would want to note the carpet is high grade or deluxe. Okay, so go back to the notes page there. Again, bedroom closet 2, AC closet, that's your hot water heater. Make sure that that's consistent. Most everybody has a 40-gallon water heater. That's a gas one that they quoted there. Regrout tile floor, more regrouting tile floor, carpet. Again, you can see it's mainly flooring on this. We do get into the kitchen where we're talking about cabinetry. Okay, again, lower base units. Okay, that's a base cabinet. So if you had an upgraded counter, you would want to make sure that you note that. Here we go. Here's a detach and reset. So for this unit owner, if you know that your granite countertop was not salvageable, you are going to need to make a note because it says detach and reset, which is saying the adjuster said you're going to reuse that. But if it's broken, you're not going to reuse it. You're going to need proceeds for that. Refrigerator, you can see here, this was noted as a high grade refrigerator. Dishwasher range is on there. More regrouting in the bathroom. Let's check this one out. Bathtub, detach and reset. Here's another one there. So on this, they're saying you're saving the bathtub. Many bathtubs didn't make it through demolition. So if your bathtub is not still in your unit and you're not planning on using that again, you're going to want to note that you need remove and replace and not detach and reset. Okay. Master bedroom, more linen closet, more master bedroom. There's some countertops in there. Again, it depends on your unit, what's going to be listed here. More regrouting, carpet, family room carpet, and that's the end of the report. Okay. So what you'll do is you'll review that, and then this form is pretty simple to fill out. Your name, unit address, unit number. We need your phone number and your email. Okay. And then a couple of quick questions to answer. Okay. And then this is all set up the same. Type in the room name that's on the report that you're making a note of. Okay. And then you're going to type in the note. It's real simple to do. So I'm going to put in here laundry room. And I'm going to put a note in here that basically says tile had to be removed. Okay, that's simple. And then if I get to the next room, I'm going to make another note, okay, for the next room. So each room's going to have their notes underneath it. When I'm done with this, I'm going to go up here. I'm going to save this, okay? And I'm going to save it as Waterford 16400, and I'm going to save it as 101, okay? And then once I've saved that to a location I can find it easy, I'm going to go and then I'm going to go back to the instruction sheet. I'm going to email that to Altieri. Okay. So that is pretty much what you need to do. We are going to have a time frame for this. So we do need everybody to act. That time frame will be in the email. It'll let you know when we need these by. But again, we need these to be as accurate as possible. And we need them on time so we can keep this process moving. There are more phases to come, but this is the start of this process, and more information will be there. Okay, I hope this was helpful to you, and best of luck as we start down the supplemental claims process.